Hi there, it are me, Brad Fish, and we are back for another exciting episode of Dangerous Things You Can Least Expect. And on today's program, I'm going to be looking at exercise because it have seemed to be something that so many people are speaking about, and I've never done it or I don't know what it is, so I thought let me take a deeper look to make sure there are not any dangerous things you may have least expected in that area. And because I do not know what the word means, sometimes I find it help if I look at the little words that make up the big word. So if you take a word like exercise, what words make it up? And the first word is ex, which are like an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend that are your ex. And then the other words are her and size. And so maybe one time your girlfriend, she have asked you, do I look fat in these jeans? And you have maybe given her too honest a reply then about her size, and maybe that are why the reason she are now your ex, her size. And so maybe that are where the word come from, and maybe that are a quick way to lose weight perhaps. But when I speak to lots of people, they say, no man, you must go to the gym because that are where exercise happen. And so I thought, well, let me go and check it out. And so I have gone to the gym. Now, why I called the gym, I didn't know, because I've been to the gym on many occasions, but I've never ever met somebody who I call Jim. And so I like, why do they do that? But then I thought, maybe that are why they do that. Because if you make it a name of somebody who go to a gym, so like Peter, go to the gym and you meet Peter and you say, I saw Peter at the Peter, then it can get very confusing very quickly. But if you choose the name of somebody who never ever go to that place, and so Jim, like, did you ever know anyone called Jim who have gone to a gym? I didn't think so, me neither. Then it are a lot less confusing. It are like you are never going to meet the person whose name that is. So I've gone to the gym and I've worn my special gym clothes, and I thought, let me find out what this are all about. So first thing, I look up at the list of things, and I thought, let me get some to eat because it's early in the morning. And so I signed up for a yogurt class, and I thought maybe like it are healthy yogurt and it will help me to start the day well. Maybe they eat it in a healthy way, or they run while they eat, or I don't know. But I've get there, and it were a bit of a bit of what do you call it, false advertisement thing, I think, because there were no yogurt there whatsoever. Like, why would you advertise a yogurt class but then have no yogurt? It were just a lot of people that were standing around making different shapes with their body. It was very concerning. It were like, let us make an upward facing dog, and then we made a downward facing dog, and then we made an open triangle, and then we made a warrior. And I realized that the warrior was me. I was worrying because firstly, there are no yogurt for us to eat, and secondly, these weird positions we are putting our bodies in, like some of them I could not even try to do. And so I've left that class. I was very disappointed. And I thought, well, let me try something else. So I looked up and I saw something called pilots. And I thought, well, that don't make sense to me. That must be a dangerous thing you can least expect. Because when I think of a pilot, I think of the person who flies a plane. But you can't fly a plane into a gym. That don't make a lot of sense. But then I thought, oh, there was that movie, The Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe it are about that. And so I have gone home and I get an eye patch, and I have make my one leg pretend it are a wooden leg, and I come back and I go to the pilot's class, and it were like nobody else have dressed up. I was the only one who had an eye patch or anything. And so I thought, no, I'm not even going to stay here if you guys aren't going to take this seriously. And so I've left and just go find another area in the gym. And so I was starting to be, I'm not even lying, I was starting to be a bit like disconcerting or something, because like these were all very confusing and dangerous, I think. They should make warning stickers about these things that are different things to what you have expected. But then I saw something and I thought, that are for me, a spinning class, because if anybody can know how to spin, it are me. And so I've gone in there a little bit early to make sure I can get a good spot. But what was strange about this place were, like, it were full of bicycles, and there were not really a lot of space for people to be able to spin. And so that made me a little concerned, but I kind of found a spot that was okay. But when the class started, everybody else in the class, they just sat on the bicycles and they were pedaling. And I was like, guys, come on, let us take this seriously. This are not a cyclingist class. This are a spinning class. And so I thought, I don't care what, if nobody else are taking this seriously, I'm going to do it. And so I just started spinning and spinning and spinning. And then after a bit, they have asked me to leave the class because I've knocked quite a few people off their bicycles with my arms. But I didn't care, because if you can't even take this seriously, if you're not spinning, then get out. At least allow those of us who are wanting to spin to be able to spin. You know what I'm saying? So I had to leave that one. And I thought, you know what, this gym thing, it are really not seeming like to be for me. And so I thought I'll try one more section. And I go to the place where there are the poles, with the metal things that the people are lifting up. And I thought, like, what is this all about? And so I asked the one person, I said, what is this? And they said, it is the weight section. And so I stood there for a while, and I was like waiting, because I didn't know what would happen. But nobody there have weight at all. They just arrive and they go straight into it. They are very impatient. They lift the weights and they put the things on the ends and all that kind of thing. But nobody are waiting. And so I'm like, that are a very stupid name. Why would you call it weight when you should call it action or movement or picky uppy or something like that? And so that was my first gym experience. Maybe I must go back one day, because it seemed like everything there were a dangerous thing you can least expect. So be afraid, be very afraid, people. I think I should go have some yogurt.